is Shauna, and welcome to Shauna's World. Yay! So, how's everybody doing today? Yes, I got my eyelashes on, did my makeup, and no, I am not going to the fitness today. No fitness. No, 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 no. Not today. I'm totally not in the mood. Just not feeling it today. The weather's too nice, and I'm in the process of designing our balcony, so I really want to hook that up and make it nice and cozy. So yeah, today I will be looking around for like little decorative items I can add to the balcony. So I'm on because I want to chat, talk about some topics. So I got some shows to recommend. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there's this new show on Netflix called Bullshit. Yes, it is actually called Bullshit, and it's cute. I mean, whoever thought about it? I mean, I'm just like, people are so creative. I mean, people come up with the craziest ideas to make a show. Basically, you have like three contestants that come on, and then you have one who is basically in the bullshit stand. And so the moderator, he's also funny, cool guy. I've never seen him before, but he's funny. So basically, he asks the contestant like these different trivial questions. And so the contestant has to, of course, answer the question by not letting people know which answer they give. So the other three people who are also contestants as well, they have to analyze the person who's on the stand to see if they are full of crap and if they know the answer or not. Now before all that, the contestant is introduced, and then basically they'll come and tell their story about their life or whatever, and what they did and what they're currently doing. So you kind of get a feel, okay, is this person full of crap or not? I mean, it is so cute. And so yeah, so you don't know if that person really truly knows the answers. So you have to make a judgment by their body emotions, how well they sell themselves. I mean, what does that sound like? Sound like something today, right? But it is so cute. And so, yeah. And so, I mean, some people, some of the contestants, they'll get up there and they'll kind of babble, and some of them are really good. I mean, they really sell you a good, like, okay, this guy seems like he knows what he's talking about. And then, and then the other three have to, of course, guess, okay, what's this person, and did they look like they knew what they were talking about? And judging by their body motions and their facial emotions, did they know what they were talking about? And some were correct, that person knew what they were talking about, and some were incorrect. And if that person was correct, and of course, with their answer, then of course they were already qualified to lock in a prize, because they had prize money. So you could win $1 million, basically. You can BS your way up to $1 million. So you had to lock in money amount. And so it is so cute. Oh my gosh. And so now I lost my train of thought. No, it is so cute because, people, it's just amazing how much BS people can really sell themselves and really have people thinking, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. And then, yeah, right. So the other three contestants have to guess, okay, is he full of crap or he knows what he's talking about? So oftentimes you have people who be like, okay, two people who were like, nah, he's full of crap. And then you might have one person who say, no, he knows what he's talking about. And so if this contestant gets all three BS's, then of course the guy's gone. But if he was correct, he gets to stay anyway. And then if if the two of the persons said okay, or two of the other contestants said okay, this guy's full of crap, and okay, and the moderator will come in and be like, okay, so do you believe that this person is telling the truth or not? And so if they said yes, then that contestant who's on the stand automatically goes to the next round, if they bought their crap. Now, if not, then of course the other person goes home. So yeah, so you had it where, everybody was like, no, it's obvious this guy's full of crap. And then you have that one to be like, well, I believed him. And so, yeah, of course that guy wins the automatic prize of 1,000. So they could, the person who's on the stand could lock into the price, or they can carry on and try their luck and see if they can BS their way to $1 million. But oh, it is so cute. So that is a show you guys have to watch. I kind of somewhat binge watched it in like almost 2 days. I'm already at the second to last episode, so I'm hoping that they come out with another season because it is so cute. Yeah, so if you guys get a chance and you're doing your exercise and sitting on your bicycle, check that show out. It is so cute. Now there's another one, I had mentioned it before, and that's called Is That Cake? Yeah, basically you have people who go up there and they are so talented. They can make anything look like a daggone cake. It is crazy. And so of course you have the judges and they have to say, is that cake or not? And I mean, some of that stuff really does look like it looks real. I mean, the items that they recreate into cakes, some of those people, just shows you how talented people are. However, so they get judged. The judge has to say, okay, is it cake or not? So yeah, that's cute. It's really cute. It's well done, well put together. It just, like I said, it amazed me all the things that they can create and make it into a cake. I now look at cake totally different now, because it's like, oh, I mean, certain things I just would not make it to a cake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they come up there with purses, they had toasters, all types of stuff. You name it, they can make a cake out of it. It's crazy. Another cute show, and that came out like years ago, and it's called Awake. Now, unfortunately, they only had one season of that, but that show is also really good. I think it's called Awake. I'll have to recheck that. But yeah, I think it's called Awake. Basically, it starts off where they have like 10 contestants or something like that. And so the challenge is they have to stay up for 24 hours and no sleep. And then they go into this room and they get all this money and they have to count all this money. Now, mind you, the money is big, okay? So we're talking like 50, 60,000 they have to count out. I mean, that's no joke. I don't even know if I could do that being awake. No, I'm just kidding. But however, they have to count it all. And whoever comes the closest or gets the closest to that amount gets a chance to be on the show. So, yeah, I guess in the end, 3 contestants are chosen, and then whichever 3 came the closest get a chance to be on the show, and then they have a chance of winning money. But basically, nobody can sleep, so they're doing all these crazy challenges, which you're like, okay, how can they do it? And you have to be awake. You have to be awake the whole time. But it's cute. Like I said, I think that came out in 2019, 2018. And unfortunately, they haven't come out with another season. I am so waiting for the next season to come out because that was just so original. I have to hand it to Netflix. They come out with the cutest challenges and shows. I mean, thumbs up for Netflix and their cute little challenges. I mean, I look at game shows totally different. Now, I grew up off of game shows. I mean, literally, I was there when The Price was Right was there. I mean, yes, I was watching The Price is Right, okay? And all those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I mean. Price is Right. What was the other one? Wasn't it the dating show? Um, I love those cute little shows. And then what was there? Wheel of Fortune and anybody remember the Gong Show? Oh man, that was so funny. I used to be up there laughing. I mean, I think the Gong Show came out at the end of the 70s. So yeah, I mean, guys, I'm not up there 24 hours looking at TV, but when I do look at TV, I like to have a little, I like to see these little challenges, and yeah, they're just so cute. However, it's a whole new spin today, so I just think the BS is just totally original. I mean, I think you can learn a lot because it just goes to show you because I think whoever came up with this show probably got inspired because there's so many scammers. I mean, throughout our time who come up and just BS their way to the top, and had people endorse their companies, and we all know what we're talking about. But it's just, I mean, if anybody haven't seen that show, Inventing Anna, check that show out because I mean, she's like one of those girls. I mean, 100% convincing, and she had everybody fooled into thinking she was this millionaire daughter, and she came so far and didn't really spend a dime. Not really. She spent other people's money, so it's just crazy. Man. However, so I wanted to talk about that. Yeah, so I'm fixing up my balcony. No fitness today. Oh, and yesterday I did a little pampering video. Yeah, you got to dress up from time to time, do something for you. And got my nails done. Yeah, she cut my nails down, so they're a lot shorter. I mean, back in the day I used to wear them quite long, but I don't know, I kind of like them short. I mean, actually I think she did them a little too short. I think she did a little too short. I like them somewhat to be long because I have the feeling I have like chubby fingers or chubby hands. So with the nails being long, it kind of gives the illusion that I have these long, thin hands. So, but like I said, I don't want to have them too long because then for me, it just doesn't fit my image. And I don't know, I'm kind of over that now. I went through that phase where I was wearing them long, but no, I think she did them a little too short. And yeah, I'm really into pastel colors. I don't have the prettiest hands, so I feel like when I have my nails long, it just looks so pretty, and pastel colors just really complement my skin. If I wear darker colors like a dark red or black or anything dark, and my hands just look old, okay? And whoever says that these are things you don't think about when you're young. You don't think like every part of your body ages. I mean, literally. So, and your hands, if they were once beautiful, trust me, they're going to need a facelift too eventually, or some makeup. Well, that would be cool if somebody would come out with some type of makeup that would enhance your hands. I mean, that would be great. They had this serum like that was out like a few years ago. I'm not sure if it's so popular like it is today or like it was back then. I don't know, but you guys can Google it. There was a serum that you can use, and you can put it under your eyes, like if you had like wrinkles, and then you put it under your eyes, and then like I think the stuff took like a few minutes, and then all of a sudden, all the bags, anything that was under your eyes would disappear. It was crazy. It was like a magic serum. I mean, really, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. I have no idea what was in there. There was like this big hype about it, and wow, I mean, cleared up all the wrinkles. Now, of course, if your whole face is wrinkled, I mean, it can only do but so much. But if you had a few lines that you weren't happy about, you just drop this little drops on it, and then disappear. Well, somebody need to come out some for the hands because I think my hands are like, ooh. They need help, so whatever. It is what it is. I still love my hands. So, yeah, so I did a little bit of pampering, and yeah, I was happy about that. Anyway, so does anybody have any challenges for this summer? Well, I do. I have a challenge, and one of my challenges would be because I'm fixing up my balcony. First time I have my very own balcony. We have our very own balcony. I would like to learn how to grill. I've always been afraid of grilling. maybe it's because I've looked at too many cartoons and saw how many times that people, when they started grilling, you know, they put the grilling fluid on the grill and then poof, you know. No, but I would really love to grill because I love to grill. And, you know, and I'm a vegan, and today they offer so many great vegan grill sausages and stuff that are plant-based, and they taste delicious. So that is something I would love to learn, is to grill. So that is going to be one of my challenges. I'm going to go on a YouTube video and see how it's done. I mean, my mom is grilling, and she's way older than me, and she has no problem with setting that fire. I mean, she does it like a pro, so I would like to be able to do that as well. I am so jive. I bought like 2 months ago, I bought some seeds because I wanted to start a little garden also outside on my balcony. I have not done that up to now, so I challenged myself to get that started and stop procrastinating. I don't know. The intentions are there. I just got to do it, you know. I'm just afraid I might let it sit up there, and then it's just gonna be sitting up there. Anywho, yes, guys, I have to sell this cream because this cream is the bomb. I have burnt myself. Look, it was right there. I don't know, maybe you guys seen it in my video. It was so ugly. From time to time, I burn myself because, and you're like, how? What's going on? You burn yourself. Yes, I have a habit of sleeping with a warm bottle. Not like our warm bottles, you actually put hot water into the bottle and it basically holds the whole night. But I put scorching hot water into the bottle and I sleep with it at night. And if you don't have no type of cover over it or anything, you can burn yourself, right? And so it's happened to me a few times that I had put hot water into the bottle and accidentally fell asleep. Yes, I fell asleep and then woke up with blisters. And so that happened to me. I woke up and I had this big ugly blister, and it was so ugly. So ugly. And if you get one of these guys, they're really hard to get rid of. I burnt myself also on my leg. I fell asleep with the warm bottle being on my, or hot bottle, should I say, because it's not warm, it's actually hot. I fell asleep with it on my ankle or close to my foot, and I woke up and I had 3 ugly blisters, and they were so ugly. And I love wearing my feet out. I love wearing sandals and jewelry around my ankle area. And after these blisters, it was so ugly. And last summer I tried to do a henna tattoo, but it didn't really help. I mean, that henna was a joke, and I actually got the wrong color. I got brown, and brown you can barely see, although brown is the natural color, guys. If you do a henna tattoo, do not use the black, or find out what's in the ink from the henna tattoos, the black ink, because a lot of that stuff is quite poisonous for your skin and will mess your skin up. So do the research on that. I honestly didn't do the research. I got the brown because I just thought it would be cool, and then the guy was like, you should do black because black will show up better on your skin. But I'm glad I didn't, because I don't know what's in there, you know, and maybe I would have had some type of allergic reaction. So I don't know. However, I tried to do a henna tattoo to cover up these blemishes on these marks on my leg or foot area, and they just did not go away. I'm actually considering about, contemplating about getting a tattoo there. Yes, a tattoo. I'm that biker chick. Ooh, I'm that biker chick. Yeah, believe it or not, I do. I have 3 tattoos. I did them when I was in my early 20s. So I like tattoos, but I wanted to stop after a certain period of time because I don't want to use my body as a sketching board. I mean, some people, they just get so many tattoos and they just look horrible. No meaning. It's just like, hey guys, look, I got a tattoo. Look, I got a tattoo here. You can see it's a rose, but it's so old now. You can't even tell. Like, you can't even tell that it's a tattoo anymore. Look. I don't know, maybe I'll get it redone because tattoos after a while, they start to look kind of rough. But yeah, I was contemplating about getting a tattoo. I'm still thinking about it, but I don't know. But yeah, so I had this ugly mark here, and I mean, I've always been a long time user from Palmer's Cocoa Butter formula. Yes, I'm selling you Palmer's. This stuff is like, it's like a wonder cream. I'm serious. I used it the whole time throughout my whole 4 pregnancies, and I got no stretch marks. Zero. My skin was like elastic. I kept my stomach greased up. And I used this. Actually, I used the other one because this is for the hands. The other one, hang on, I'll show you. This is the other tattoo, by the way. Plus a piercing. Okay, so this is the this is like the original. This is how I know it. It's a little bit hard and it smells really good. And this cream works wonder. I don't know why I didn't use it on my leg. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes I'm lazy because you have to be consistent with the cream. I mean, literally, you have to use it every day. So, but look, it's like it's almost gone. It's almost as if nothing was ever there. Really, I am so happy because that's part of the. I mean, this is like almost like an intro thing. It's one thing that people see are your hands, believe it or not. I mean, you may think, no, that's not true. They look at your face, but they also look at your hands, I think. So, it's almost gone. You almost don't see anything. Oh, crazy. So, if you guys want a cream that makes blemishes or whatever disappear, this is the cream to use. This is actually for the hands. Now they've come out with all sorts of products. I even went out and bought the soap because I'm gonna see if I can get rid of my blemishes on my foot. I'm really gonna try the old school way and see if I can still help myself and make it disappear. All I can say is, wow. I mean, I will forever be a fan of Palmer's Cocoa Butter, and it just smells so good. It just smells, you feel like a cocoa doll, It's just, I love that stuff. So it's good smelling. And you can buy it online. I believe Amazon sells it, or over here, you go into the hair shops, Afro hair shops, and there you can buy the Palmers. Usually they're often sold there. I have not seen them in the main stores. I think if this was to ever really go mainstream, that I think it would put a lot of creams out of business. I think definitely give them some competition because that is really literally the best cream. I don't know any other cream like that. None. So anywho, oh yeah, the other day I was working out, and a movie that I can tell you not to look at if you're a horror movie fan. And you guys know I love horror movies. I'm such a horror movie fan. Yay! I found another YouTuber, and she's also, I love horror movies. I'm like, yes. She's like, I've seen everything. So I was like, cool, I'm not the only one. Because people look at you kind of weird, like, What's wrong with you? But I just grew up on ever since I was little. I mean, I did not want to go and look at cartoon shows. I wanted to check out the scary stuff. So, and Halloween, you can imagine what went down by us, or the parties that we had, and still have to this day. I mean, we really celebrated. So, 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. Where was I? Ha, ha, ha. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. So yeah, did anybody ever see that movie, The Grunge? I don't know about you all, but when that movie came out, I was so, 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 so scared. Oh, that was like during the era when The Grunge came out and The Ring. I was so creeped out. And the thing is, I didn't watch the Ring. I watched by myself. I thought back in the days, you could go to the video store and rent out a movie. So I checked out The Ring. I was like, okay, let me check it out. Let me see what the hype is. And I watched that by myself. I was creeped out. I mean, literally. I was creeped out. And every time I get creeped out and watch these movies, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm no more horror movies. That was it. And then somehow I get right back in and I'm like, okay, I got to see another one. But however, yeah, this one time I was hanging out with my aunt and uncle. This was back in 2006, 2004. And that's when, yes, the Saw came out and The Grunge. And I tell you, we did like a double feature that day, and I stayed over at their house, and they had like one of those big old screen TVs. I mean, I'm talking one of those mega TVs. It's like being in a movie theater. However, I watched it with my aunt and uncle, and oh man, I was done. I was so scared. I was so scared. I was even scared when I watched Saw, because whenever, you just don't expect a movie like that. I mean, I've always been watching horror movies, but I mean, to me, that was like a new level, the Saw, because I was just like, ugh. That seems too real. That was creepy. And then The Grunge, oh, and that noise that thing made, oh, that was so scary. Oh man, I was so scared. And my aunt and uncle, I'm like, aren't y'all scared? They're like, no, we good. And I'm like, I'm not good. Oh, I was so scared. I couldn't even sleep that night. Oh man, I was creeped out for days. I was really creeped out. Yeah, and I really became I became a grunge fan because I was like, this was so cool. That was that time when all the Asian horror movies were coming out, and yeah, wow, they had it going on. I mean, I was watching all their movies, but that wasn't done. Hollywood redid that movie. I saw the original one because the movie Grunge is supposed to take place in Japan. It wasn't that good. I saw the original Ring, which was also, I think that took place in China, I believe. I'm not sure. I gotta do the research on it. But that was good. The original one wasn't bad, and then Hollywood redid the movie. But yeah, that was a creepy movie. So, however, anyway, they came out with a new grunge, a whole new thing. Actually, the grunge has several parts, and I would say each one of them were good. I mean, it did get to the point that they got cheesy because it was like starting to play out, the storyline. But I think it came out with like 3 or 4 parts. Once they go down the road of coming out with these sequels, eventually it gets kind of old and it's like, all right, I'm done. It's not scary anymore. But I would say grunge pretty much kept its reputation up. I mean, the second one wasn't bad, and I believe the third one also wasn't bad. The third one was also quite creepy, very creepy storyline. I mean, that thing is ugly. But the noise, that was the original part. This noise, I mean, who would ever? I mean, it sounded like a non-going burp, basically. Like, oh, terrible, actually, terrible. So, anywho, they came out with a new version, a whole new version, which came out in, when did it come out? It came out in 2021 or 2020. However, it's on Netflix, and you should know if it's free. I don't know, might not be that good. There was no real hype about it, but maybe it's also due because of what was going on in 2020, and maybe because a lot of productions got stopped and a lot of movies weren't being promoted. Other things were being promoted. So maybe that was a reason, but I'm glad they didn't do the hype because that was bad. It was really bad. And I was just like, oh Lord. It was, I expected some, the jump scares, they were just so obvious, and it was just like, it wasn't there. It just didn't do it for me at all. At all. I was totally bored, and it was just something to watch while I was working out. You're like, how do you get a chance to watch so much, while working out? But remind you guys, I don't know if you watch my videos or see how long I usually do, like 2 hours, almost 2 hours just in cardio alone, because I really feel like one of the keys to losing weight is you have to sweat. So I got the time. I know I should be reading, but I'm looking at movies and books, and excuse me, I know I should be reading, but I'm looking at movies and series. I know I'm bad, whatever. Yeah, so don't check that movie. It's stupid. Not good at all. Waste of time. And last but not least, I want to talk about this one influencer who just recently passed. His name is Kevin Samuels, and yeah, this guy took me by surprise. I mean, he's gone. This guy was, he's supposed to be an image consultant, but just totally nasty guy. He got really big on YouTube, but basically putting down women and sometimes men. But people would call into his channel, and then, he would talk about basically, what high value men are looking for. And, you know, he just ripped people apart, especially women. And he was just really a nasty person. This guy didn't give me good vibes at all. But however, I don't know, this guy's gone all of a sudden. They said he died. And the crazy part, he died what he put out and said about other women is the way he died. Excuse me, somebody at the door. Maybe back at you. See, give me a second. Okay, so it was nothing for me. Yeah, so this guy, yeah, he was really nasty on YouTube. He was basically for men. He spewed out a lot of hatred. I mean, I felt like he had a dislike towards women and anybody who he viewed as being not to his standards. So, okay, guys, so I'm back. Love the interruption. Yeah, but he was just like a nasty person. I don't know. I felt like he was nasty, just the way he talked. If anybody's been put or subjugated to any type of abuse, it could be quite triggering if you listen to some of his phone calls and how he just basically would just rip people apart. But apparently this guy himself was, I mean, everything which he spewed out on other people and putting them down about it, he himself was not the so-called leveled up man or high value man. It's absolutely incredible. However, took me by surprise. This guy is deceased. So, wow, condolences to his family. I've heard he has a daughter, and so I hope she is able to profit from his resources, which he has left over, I hope, if he didn't have a lot of bills and stuff. But wow, that just took me by surprise. I thought I would touch base because right now it's everywhere on YouTube and people are shocked, and a lot of people are coming out, and yeah, this guy was not liked at all. I mean, the men loved him because they thought, oh, this guy's great, he's for us. And yeah, so anywho, that was shocking. However, I'm going to carry on out throughout my day. Enjoy the beautiful weather, fix up the balcony. So I'm going to try to do another video of showing my balcony and the things that I've added. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy a grill soon, but I would say in the next few weeks I probably will. Maybe next week I'll buy a grill and complete it. And yeah, attempt to grill. Yes, I want to grill. Yes. Anywho, thanks for joining me. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to hear more from me, then subscribe. I try to upload a video. I try to constantly, but I'm not going to give any dates yet because it's really sporadic. And sometimes I have those days where I'm just like, I can't, I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I can't really do any work. I feel like a baby. It's so funny because I used to always laugh at my oldest daughter when she was a baby. And she'll be sitting there, right? And then she'll be looking at, back in those days, it was Barney. I'm so glad they got rid of Barney and Teletubbies. Oh man, that was torture to look at. Oh, anywho, she'll be sitting up there looking at it, and all of a sudden she'll be like, "Meow." I'm like, what the heck? She would fall asleep. It was so funny, you know? I mean, just be sitting up there, and then all of a sudden she would just fall out, and she'd be gone. Well, guys, that's me now. Payback time. Oh man, I'll be sitting up there and I'll be looking at something, all of a sudden, meow. So I gotta really take care. So I can't work under those conditions, you know, and it'll just come like that. I don't know. They say as you get older, you go back into baby mode. So, oh my gosh. I mean, I used to laugh at other people, you know, especially older, like really old people, because they'd be up there and then all of a sudden they'll be asleep. And I'm like, look how they sleeping now. Well, that's me now, so I gotta take care. So anywho, all right, thanks for joining, and yeah, until next time, bye.